So I have been playing Starfield for quite some time now, and I have a lot of things to say about this game. Some are good, some are bad, and there's a lot of things that I still don't understand about that game. But I thought instead of giving my review about Starfield, I should just compare it with Bethesda's previous title. Yes, I'm talking about Skyrim, the game which still holds a special place in my heart. But yeah, in this video I will give you some reasons that why Skyrim is better than Starfield. Well, it will be just in my opinion. Your opinion can be different from mine, and I totally respect that. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's start. So yeah, my number one point is different quests. So we all know that the beauty of Skyrim is that there is something to fit the taste of every fantasy fan. If you prefer the classic thievery of Robin Hood, you can go live out those dreams in the Thieves Guild. If you want to play a darker assassin, then you can experience the story of the Dark Brotherhood. You can tackle any and every side quest available if you wish, or you can tailor your experience with the game to your taste. As long as someone enjoys fantasy, they're bound to enjoy at least one of the major sides of quest lines of Skyrim, something that I still haven't found in any other RPG. My second point may be a bit weird for some guys, but it's really impactful for me at least. And yes, I'm talking about the opening scene.
Hey, you're finally awake.
One area where Skyrim makes a bigger impact than Starfield is right out of the gate with its opening material. The first lines of Skyrim uttered in the back of the cart are memorable and perhaps slightly infamous, in a way that Starfield's are unlikely to ever be. And the moment when the dragon appears in the sky is downright revolutionary. Starfield, on the other hand, doesn't manage to wrangle its early content into quite the same punches, ultimately settling for an effective but mostly uninspiring introduction. The first opening scene of Skyrim is far better than the elevator shit we got in Starfield. My next point is fantasy setting. Well, it may seem like a simple thing to some, but the fact that Skyrim has a fantasy setting and fantasy stories makes a big difference. The populated world filled with NPCs, secrets, and literally dragons makes exploring every inch of the world an exciting experience. Even long after completing the main story, you will be combing forest with a bow, engaging enemies with swords and axes, and casting spells in catacombs. The world is filled with all the fantasy wonder and political intrigue you could expect, and that makes Skyrim special. And please, I'm not saying that Starfield's world is bad or something like that. It's just that I am more into fantasy world setting and all that. My next point is experience. Fast travel plays a big part in most Skyrim playthroughs, as the mountain map is designed in a way that makes overland travel very time consuming. However, most of the time spent in Skyrim is spent outside of the loading screen, and however, navigating Starfield without frequent loading screens on the other hand is essentially impossible. They crop up repeatedly throughout the necessary sequence of embarking and disembarking during travel, damages the sense of immersion that would make for a perfect space flight, I would say. My next point is that Skyrim has more just than playable humans. In the tradition of fantasy games that dates back to Dungeons and Dragons, Skyrim offers a variety of fantasy races to choose from in character creation, making a standard human only one among many options. Starfield, on the other hand, sticks to human characters, a choice that can feel a little disappointing in the playground of space. Unique alien species would offer uniquely role-playing avenues and memorable designs, I would say, helping to put a fun part of the fiction in science fiction. This choice is key to the game's lore and story, but all narrative justification in the world and out of it can't make it compete with Skyrim in that regard, I would say. It would have been a lot more fun if we could make an alien character in Starfield. My next point is about the NPCs. Okay, so NPCs in Skyrim stand out above those in many video games by going about specific routines. At night time, many characters will be asleep in their beds, while others might be engaging in specific tasks or heading to unique locations. Starfield, on the other hand, seems to feature more generic NPC behavior, with characters milling about at all hours of the day without the same specificity. This isn't the end of the world for immersion, but it does deal a blow to the sense of a living universe in the game. And my last point is that the Skyrim world has more high content density. Despite Skyrim's impressive map size, it manages to avoid the feeling of emptiness that plagues many open world games. Countless corners of the lands are packed with hidden surprises and quests to follow, making any venture into the wilderness likely to be worthwhile. However, the procedural generation of planets' surfaces in Starfield fails to replicate this experience with any consistency, making the urge to push forward and discover pop up with less frequency. So yeah, all in all, Skyrim has the advantage of being perfect for more than a decade at this point. This game is one of the tightest experience, I would say, possible regardless of the aspect you're looking at. So yeah, all in all, Skyrim is a better game than Starfield. But this is just my opinion. What do you guys think? Did you like Starfield more or less? Comment down your answers below and I will see you in the next one.